Hello, welcome to another episode on Evolve, where faith meets rhythm and life finds its full expression. I'm your host, Olufunmilayo Oloyede, and in today's episode, I will be sharing with you how to manage negative feedbacks. Let me start with a story. It's so beautiful to fall in love. It's with someone who accommodates you for who you are, who adores you, who always has your back, who always give you listening ears, who you are vulnerable to, and such won't take advantage of your vulnerability. Someone who is genuinely in love with you. Oh, someone is blushing. I fell in love with this young man who happens to be younger than me in age. I have no issues with that because I've seen great homes whose spouses' age difference isn't a barrier. Beautiful homes. We began this love journey. He never shouted at me. He would come visit quietly. And his demeanor was very contagious. Everyone around wants to be around him. One of these days, I worked so late into the night, and by the next morning, I was on my sewing machine working. He came over and saw how tired I looked, and saw how my room was littered with different kinds of fabrics. And he begged me to please get off the machine, and he helped me to clean up everywhere. And I felt like, is this happening to me? And it was just barely 3 years after I broke up with a brother who spoke in branded tongues, had the best character displayed at different situations, but was dressed in a chameleon in suit and jackets. At the slightest argument and misunderstanding, he will go on misbehaving, moving from one place to another to report me, to say a lot about me. And I realized that he had a challenge with my being close with one of my leaders. He had a challenge with my having male friends. He had a challenge with the way I relate with his cousins. He was always on my nerves. How did I get here? Let's get back to my beautiful story with this young man who would always make me feel butterflies in my tummy. Time passed by. I needed to introduce him to my pastor, who at a time felt hurt that I never told him I was in a relationship. So I eventually summoned up the courage to introduce him to this, my pastor. And on meeting him, only God knows what he told him. But he told him a lot of wonderful, damaging things about me. And I remember the next day he pulled a call through and said he needed to see my mom and speak with my mom. That he wants to have a me time with my mother. Because I don't have anything up my sleeves. I told my mom, so person needs to see you. And she was so happy to receive him. He was able to tell my mom all this man of Jah said about me. And he made a statement to my mom, which my mother related with me because he never mentioned it to me. He said, if not because I know Funmi well enough, I would have believed what a pastor told me. That was joy to me. That was a mark for me. I've just won a trophy. How and why? Because no matter how you serve some people, no matter how you try to please some people, no matter how dedicated you are to them, no matter how respectful you are to them, you can't change who they are. Why? Because they are dysfunctional. They are delusional. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. So, when you find yourself in such scenarios, like I did, dust yourself. You know, have that joy that someone believes so much in you and can defend you at any time, even behind your back. Square your shoulders. Be focused on who you are. Yes, it's okay to shed a little. I do that as well. It's okay to feel like hitting someone on the head. It's okay to have such feelings. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to rant. But when you are done exploring those avenues, one of the things to do is to pray for the person. Is that right? But you can, in your pain, pray for the person because it will help you on your healing journey. Get up, wash your face, put on your makeup, and be kitted again. And look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm too powerful to be ignored. And I'm too strong to be envied. It's because you're doing well. That's why you're having such vibes around you. And in as much as you're able to ask yourself some simple questions. Who am I? I hope everything I've been doing, there is no negative motive or anything behind it. You are good to go. And these are the practical tips I imbibed during that phase of my life that helped me go through that negative vibes and negative feedbacks. Till I come your way next time, I remain your host,